What's up, everybody? I've been out here in the shop over the last couple of days just trying to straighten up, and it's really needed it. But I've been thinking on it, and I need some new storage solutions. So that's being said, let's get after it and build some shelves. So this is my parts shelf. As you see, it is full. And there's still some more down here. These shelves, it's not the shelves' fault. I should have bought more heavy-duty ones, but I'm cheap. So what I'm going to do is take all these out, take all these parts out, and I'm going to use all that lumber right there to build all new shelves. They are going to be 8 feet long, 2 feet deep, and floor to ceiling. So all the different engines that I've collected over the last couple of years, I've got a bunch of these pit bike engines that I plan on using. A couple of old Predators that are probably blown up as far as I know. There's a couple 3-horse tarp weights laying around here. I want to hold on to all this stuff, but I'm just tired of having to move it every time I want to do something, every time I want to build something in the shop. Taking this stuff in and out every time I want to do something in the shop gets old. Going through all this stuff gives me the opportunity to get rid of things I don't need anymore. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Got all the old shelving out. Little story on this back here. We had a can of just flat OD green spray paint for some project a couple of years ago, and I'm not sure exactly what fell on it, but something fell on it and the can exploded, and everything in this shop was coated with a fine mist of that paint, and it took forever to clean up, and you see what's left. Moral of the story, be careful how you store your spray paint cans. Moving on. So now I'm just going to measure out right here, make sure I've got 8 feet of space, because this lumber is 8 feet. I'm keeping it simple. It's going to be 8 feet wide. It's going to be 2 feet deep. Floor to ceiling in the shop is 80 inches to that bend right there. So 80 inches tall, 96 inches wide, 24 inches deep. It's going to have plenty of space. I wish I could go bigger, but I feel like it'll just eat up the rest of the shop. Y'all ready to see me play with some wood? Wait, scratch that. I think about 3 of these, maybe 4, going all the way up the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna have some storage space. I've got 4 tiers here, and I'm gonna need 80 inches to go up to this bend right here. But I'll put the legs on first and have all the shelves stacked up, and then I can cut the plywood and just slide it in from the end. So yeah, this is coming along great. But before I finish putting these together, I need to go ahead and put a cross brace, at least one, in at least the bottom 2 shelves, just because that's where my engines and stuff are gonna sit, and I don't want those to sag, start busting the plywood, stuff like that. So I think I'm going to put a center one in each one of these shelves. Later I may have to come back and put some more in there. Hush. Yeah, that worked. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to just lay this down, put the legs on and stand it up, and then I can put the plywood on. So the main frame, I guess, of the shelves is done. All that's left is putting the plywood on, and we'll be ready. I can start throwing all my junk back on it. So the shelves are done. I checked them all, they're all level. It's all squared up. They're pretty sturdy, and I really hope they are, because now I gotta put all this crap, as well as this crap, back on them shelves. This is so much better. Look at all the room I have now. I've still got a little bit of cleaning up to do around this shop, but you know how long it's been since I've been able to walk back and forth through this place? Long time. Finally got all the spare motors and spare parts and stuff up out of the floor and up on that shelf, and it's about to get real productive in here. So in total, this cost me right at about 125 bucks. That's 2 sheets of plywood, a couple boxes of screws, and 15 pressure treated 2x4s. You could probably go a little cheaper and get just whitewood studs, but they're only gonna be 93 inches. I was trying to make it a lot easier, so I just went with the full 8-foot pressure treated ones. It took me about 4 hours to put this together. That's including putting everything back on the shelves. Eventually I'll come back and do some better organization up here, probably get some more totes to go up here to put parts in, stuff like that. But so far, I like this. All my spare engines are on the bottom rows, so there's no real weight up top. If you've got a tiny shop like me, this is the thing to do. High shelves, deep shelves. The final measurement on these shelves is 8 feet wide, they're 2 feet deep, and they're 80 inches tall. I made them as tall as I possibly could before they hit the roof inside the shop. And I couldn't be happier. And I know shelving's a little bit different than what we usually do here, but I know I'm not the only person out there with a small garage or shop that needs to know how to do something like this. It's relatively easy and can be done in an afternoon if you know what you're doing. So I looked around, and just for comparison, a 6 foot tall, 6 foot wide, 2 foot deep shelf was almost $400. It had probably took me less time to build those shelves, but they would have never held this much weight. So this is the way to go. But if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And until next time, y'all get out there and get after it.